What's going on, YouTube? You know who it is. It's your boy Shrek, and we're back with another video, guys. By the title of this video, you guys know that we're doing another review on a heater. It's a portable heater, I believe. It's called the Hcalory Toolbox 2 heater, I believe. And they sent it out to us so we could review it. And what better time than right now that we're camping. So this is real world testing. This is, I'm unboxing it right now. I'm gonna set it up today and run it all night. We're out in Glamis actually, so it gets pretty cold at night. And then we'll see how good it is, how easy it is to install, all that good jazz. So let's open it up and be right back. All right, so there ain't that much stuff that comes in it. Pretty set up already. This is, I believe, the heater unit. Let's check it out. Comes with a remote, pretty nice, convenient. So a remote to start it, stop it. Has the temperature, I believe, like a thermometer, so it could read the temperature inside of the RV or a car, whatever you're using it in. Believe it does. This one runs off of diesel, so that's pretty cool. It says it runs 24 hours on a full tank. We're not running it for 24 hours. We'll be running it for about, I want to say 18 hours. We'll start it tonight right now, and then we'll run it until the morning, and then I'll continue this video then. But for right now, let's finish unboxing it and setting it up. It's supposed to be really quiet as well. And let me see what Eric sent me. Thank you, Eric, for this opportunity as well. So it has a 3-minute fast heating. It's supposed to right away heat it up. 50-hour ultra long runtime. It has the wireless temperature sensing remote, silent new oil pump, noise-free running, and it does have an app, a smart app, so you could control it from your phone. All right, we have instructions for the wireless temperature sensing 2-way remote control and the user manual. All right, so to install this or run this, we have to put this one, I believe, goes on the inside, or this is the vent that's pushing all the hot air, and it has a flex pipe that does attach pretty stiff, doesn't really flex much. Pretty good though. This one does attach onto your unit just like this. I believe it comes with a clamp too. Yes, it does. 2 clamps. All right, so I'm gonna set this up and then I'll show you guys once it's set up, because there's a lot of little pieces to it. So we did go ahead and put it all back together, or put it together, and unfortunately it has to be hardwired into a battery, which I'm not a big fan of. All right, so going through this video, this is the part where I'm telling you guys that I had to hardwire it into the battery of the RV. Unfortunately, I overlooked the packaging and what came in the packaging, and it actually came with the wall outlet, the AC adapter to plug it into the wall. I'll show you guys, still I'll leave this in here, show you guys how you could wire it directly to a battery, but they did send the plug to plug it into the wall. Back to the video. So we'll try to wire it to the battery. Only problem is my batteries are way up there in the front of the RV, and I was planning on putting it somewhere over here by this window. We'll have to figure that out right now. Also, it'd be nice if they had a long ways vent so you could put it on the end of your window and just close it up to that. That'd be nice. So I don't know how I'm gonna use this vent. Figure something out right now. Maybe if I could figure out how to put it back by the kitchen window, that'd be cool. Other than that, you have your exhaust with the muffler. You have your what looks to be an intake, your intake right here. Then to fill it up with your fuel, it's diesel. You fill up your diesel right here, and then here it comes with the control panel. I believe this is why you have to have the power connected, and it's something about a glow plug. So we'll go ahead and connect what we have to connect and see how we figure out to be able to run it, at least to get an honest review. All right guys, so this is the little setup we came up with. We are out camping right now in the middle of the dunes, and this is what we came up with. This is what we could rig with what we have. So I am going to put plastic on that window, tape it up, that way it creates a little like cover. We're gonna put the vent right there so it's into the kitchen living area. We do have the heater stacked up on top of some tires, and we did run a wire. Thankfully, I did have wire and I have tape, so I was able to run tape and wires, just putting them over. This is what we could do right now. I don't have no connectors, so I could wire it properly. So this is what we're gonna do for right now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it on the negative side and see what it does. so that's how we're connecting it, positive and negative. Let's go check out the box, and there it is. There's the heater, there's the back of it. It's 12 volts, so we're good on that part. Go ahead and fuel it up and turn it on. Okay, so now we have fuel. Let's go ahead and turn it on with the remote, see if it turns on. There it is. That is on just with the remote. I believe you could go H6, harder, lower. Let's go inside and I'll finish this video, or do this part of the video inside. That way I could seal up that part. So we're here. Yup, there's airflow. Go ahead and tape it up and then be right back. So this is what we came up with on the inside. I used the styrofoam that came with the packaging just to put the vent right here and cover it up. Like I said, suggestion would be if they include a vent that's long ways, plastic square, that'd be cool. Also for the wiring, instead of wiring direct to your battery, it'd be pretty cool if they had a cigarette lighter plug. Something to plug into the cigarette lighter would be cool, just so you don't have to hardwire. All right, so here we are. It is blowing. We were able to set it up at 75 degrees. We'll let it run. Now I can't go back to the oh, there we go. That's at the highest level. We'll let it run, see how good it is, how hot, warm, how cold. I'm gonna let it in the middle. And then this does have a CO, or carbon monoxide sensor on it. It also has the temperature. So I'll just go ahead and hang this where our keys go hanging and go from there. 68 degrees in here supposedly, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so just a second ago this was blowing out lots of smoke. Well, a little bit now. I'm pretty sure it's because it's a new system, getting all the lubricants and everything going through it. That is the exhaust. Not sure if you guys can see the smoke, but there was some smoke coming out. It'd be nicer with a little stand on it. So those are some of the suggestions I have. A stand, maybe an optional stand, or a stand that comes with it, because this is not sustainable. You really wouldn't be able to put it just on the table, because that doesn't flex that much. That pipe isn't too flexible, or unless mine is just not opening up. I'm not sure. I didn't want to stretch it out and pull it too hard so it wouldn't break, but that's how we rigged that part. Anyways, that's the intake, that's the exhaust. We have it set at 75. Suggestions would be that vent, a long ways rectangle vent, and then connector for the, you can hear it running actually, and also a connector for a cigarette lighter. That would be cool. But this is where we're at. I'll report back in the morning. I didn't realize it comes with the plug to be able to connect it to your outlet. Sorry about that, I oversaw it, but we have it. So what I'm going to do is disconnect this one, plug this one in, which goes right here, and I ran the extension cord through here, and I'll just plug it in on this one. All right, plugged it into the extension cord. I'll plug it in inside. That way I don't have to be running and risking the hard wires over here. Like I said, I did overlook that. All right guys, so here we are back at it again. Went ahead and connected the cable. I ran an extension through the same port. Like I said, I still think it'd be nice if they included like a long rectangle one, so you don't have to put tape like that, but I used the same little sponge or styrofoam that came in the box and just used some duct tape to close up that vent. Now we did hook up the power cord already, which is a lot better. I apologize for running that straight wire and complaining, but that's what we're here. This is a real world installation unboxing, showing you guys how I'm going about it. Nothing hidden, nothing faking. Here we are. So now on this side I have it at 70. Let me put it at 75. I guess it still remembered where we wanted it at. 75, speed 5, and we're good. I can honestly feel it a lot warmer in here already. 70 degrees right now. It was 71 earlier when I had it on. Takes a couple seconds just to start warming up, but once it's warming up, it's shooting fire, guys. Really warm. Does warm up the RV right away, so it's a pretty cool product. We're gonna leave it here and we'll pick this up in the morning once it's really warm in here. Set at 75. I'm going to hang this controller thermometer up here, CO2 monitor, everything. Leave it there, and then it should turn off by itself, so I'll report once it turns off on its own. Good morning. So we're gonna continue that video for the heater last night, and I'll tell you guys right now, it worked. It had the RV pretty warm all night, well, extremely warm, that I had to get up twice just to lower it. So it worked perfectly great. Didn't shut off, didn't have any issues with it. Once we set it up, it ran perfect. It was a little harder to set up, but like I said, once we set it up, it worked amazing. It's still on right now. It's pretty chilly out here. It was foggy earlier in the morning, so it was pretty cold. It's about 43 degrees. Inside is probably like a good 80, so really warm. We had to open up windows and ventilate the room, the RV, because it was really warm in here. But I'll close this video out back at home once I give my full review on the product. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it has been a few days since we've been back from our camping trip out in Glamis. We did go ahead and have the luxury and pleasure of reviewing this item, our diesel heater. And if you guys remember, I opened it up. So this is just giving you guys a recap now. I did go ahead and open it up while we were out on our trip. It was unboxing. Everything was done right there. Didn't have any previous knowledge of how it worked or anything. It was real world experience and real world usage, I guess you can call it, of the said heater. My final thoughts on it are the user friendly. It's okay. It has a little bit of learning process to it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really good. The heater itself, we had to turn it down like 3 times just because it kept getting the RV really hot. And we have about I think it's a 30-foot RV, if I'm not mistaken, with the overhead and everything. It kept the whole RV really warm or hot. At the beginning, it kept it really hot. We had it, if you guys see in the previous clips on how we had to set it up, we had it on the window that's in the living room, and it radiated the heat all the way to the back room, from the front overhead all the way to the back room. Like I said, I turned it down about 3 times, I believe, and then finally left it. I fell asleep, but we did wake up really warm. I think at the beginning it was like a 75 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. Then I dropped it down to about 67 or 69 degrees. Then at the end, I think it was at 65 when I left it, and I fell asleep completely and didn't wake up till the morning. And yeah, overall, it worked good. It does exactly what it says. It kept the RV really hot. No complaints on that one. I did mess up on the unboxing. I wasn't aware that it came with the outlet to plug it into the wall. So I ended up finding that halfway through the unboxing, that I started wiring it to the battery and of the RV and doing all kinds of extra stuff. And then I find the box. We have the plug. So it was easy with that. Just ran an extension to the inside of the RV and connected it that way. The other thing I did mention and I did not like was the vent, the way they set up their vent, but we used the foam inside of the box to set up our own little cover for the window opening. Threw it into through the window, shut it as much as possible, used the little foam to cover it up. That was the other thing. And then a stand, of course. Like I said, I was unprepared. I didn't know what to expect. I opened it out there and it turned out that I needed some type of stand. I stacked up some tires on top of the table that we had, a picnic table, and ran it that way. But you guys got to see in real world application, unboxing it, going through the steps, setting it up, and having it running throughout the night. I believe out there the temperature dropped to about 45 to 50 degrees at night. It was raining and we ran it outside perfectly fine. Kept the RV, like I said, it was over 70 degrees in there throughout the night. The lowest, I'm not sure exactly because I didn't check the thermometer we had inside no more, but at the lowest I did see it at 67 degrees inside of the RV, while outside it was between 45 and 50 degrees. So it works perfectly fine. I will be leaving discount code for it. They did give us a discount code, and hopefully that helps some of you guys get a discount on it. Like I said, I recommend it. It is a sponsored video, but the product worked just how it's intended to work. It kept my RV warm. The family loved it. The girls loved it. So yeah, not much more I can say. Great product. Thank you guys for the opportunity. And thank you to my subscribers for following along, watching our videos, liking, supporting. I truly appreciate that. And thank you to the company that made this possible. I'll put, like I said, in the description, links to the product, and on screen I'll put the code. Thank you guys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're at home, enjoy time with your family. If you're on the road, be safe. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.